Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Covalent's CQT token. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check it out in the top right hand corner of the video so that you have more context. I'm not going to be repeating a lot of the stuff that I said in the last update. Now jumping into the daily chart. So I did give you this 1.618 target many days ago, and we were even above, I think somewhere around here, and I gave you the 1.618 target here at 45 cents. So this was the target after you break through the first fib level, right? So once we lost this first fib level, I told you that this was our technical target. And as you can see, we dropped all the way below the 1.618, almost getting to the second fib level here, which is going to be our next support level that you should eyeball in the case of another pullback or a flash crash. So 31, 32, I'd say roughly cents is your great entry point here. This would be a very nice entry point for CQT. So yeah, like I said, we dropped below the 1.618 and we still haven't had that retest of resistance. So potentially what's going to happen is we are in some sort of a bear pennant over here. We can potentially start breaking to the upside and we can get to the 1.618, backtest that as resistance and start dropping down lower. So make sure to watch out for this 1.618 level, but I wouldn't be, taking profits on CQT right now. If you're buying over here, I'd just hold for the long term, but obviously that depends on your financial situation. If you're looking for a cheeky swing trade, however, then buying over here and looking at a take profit at the 1.618 at 45 cents, that's around about a 15%. Yeah, that's a 15% trade for you. So that's not a bad trade. Obviously, if you manage to get into CQT over here, you want to take profits at the 1.618, that's a 44% trade, but that's only if we get to the second fib level. And I'd imagine if we go back down to 30K on Bitcoin, we are going to drop to 31 cents here. Below that, you even have 24 cents. That's also possible. Nothing's impossible here in the crypto space. And when you were up here, right, riding the $1.20 price, you never thought that you were going to come back down here, right? But that's why you have the Fibonacci retracement, to have those targets and to know where you can potentially land. So that's for the price action. Regarding the daily chart, I want you to pay attention to the large pink trend line over here. So that is a major resistance point that we are going to be retesting potentially in the future. So we've hit our head on it once, 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So this can potentially be a resistance level that we're going to be holding for the foreseeable future. So make sure to watch out for that. Now, the last CQT update was out on my channel on January 15th, and that was over here. And we had this falling wedge. The target was met perfectly at the 1.272. We had even a move all the way to the 55 EMAs. And if you took some profits on the daily 55 EMA, now you can potentially buy back 49% lower. So that was a nice trade that I gave you. I also told you to watch out for the pink trend line and for the first fib level over here at 82 cents. So this was a nice little pump over here from this, from the 15th, which was over here. So that was a nice 31% pump. And obviously you could have taken profits and bought back lower over here. But regardless of the situation, right now is a good buying opportunity. Now jumping into the daily RSI over here, I did give you some nice resistance zones on the daily RSI. So a key resistance zone was this white trend line over here. So this was your potential take profit. And I always tell you not to sell all your tokens at one resistance level and not to buy all in at one support level. You have to dollar cost average your way both out and in to a project. So here you saw a pump on the daily RSI. As you can see, we went all the way up, almost getting oversold here. We actually got a bit oversold on the daily chart, actually overbought. I do apologize. Sometimes I mix them up, a bit annoying, I know. So overbought, we were overbought here, and I always tell you once you're above the index of 70, that's a nice take profit zone. Obviously, we didn't get overbought that much. I mean, we just dipped our toes into that area just a little bit. But still, once you see the RSI move so suddenly in a day, that's a nice indicator that you want to take profits, because when something pumps really hard, really quickly, that's an indicator that it's going to dump down, even quicker. So this is exactly what happened. So even if you sold here at the white resistance trend line and you saw it pump even harder, you were like, oh no, why did I sell all my tokens here? Which you shouldn't sell all your tokens at this level. You should have left some in the case of a further pump. And that's exactly what we had over here. So if you were smart, you would have sold some at the pink trend line, some at the white trend line, and left some until we got even more overextended. And now you could have bought back in at the white trend line once we went back to it, and at this pink trend line. I told you that once you come back down, you should look for the pink trend line over here as support. I'm going to change the color of this white trend line to something different so that it's easier to follow. So yeah, we're going to have those two white trend lines. So that's the large symmetrical triangle that we were in, and this is going to be our smaller one, the pink one. And we actually landed on this pink trend line right now. Well, we did dip, into the pink symmetrical triangle right now, but now we're breaking out of it once again. So yeah, let's see what it does next. Obviously, I would be looking at the white trend line once again for another resistance over here. I think some news came out regarding CQT over here. I don't follow the token religiously, so I can't tell you what happened over here. Let me know down below in the comment section. So yeah, look for a resistance here on the white trend line. But overall, right now, I don't recommend swing trading. Just hodl, accumulate while we are, trying to find the bottom for the crypto market. Now, jumping into the 4-hourly chart, we do have a symmetrical triangle playing out over here. So this is a neutral pattern, which means that it doesn't have a bias towards the upside or to the downside. But since the markets are seeing a little green right now, and that just means that we potentially can break to the upside. And I would look at the 4-hourly 55 EMA as a nice take profit zone. If it pumps even harder, I'd look for the 1.618 at 45 cents. That would be a nice take profit zone. Potentially, if we start back testing the 1.6 as support, we allow the EMAs to catch up, create that bullish cross, and even we can pump higher and get to our next target at the 54, almost 55 cents. So that is what's potentially on the table. Obviously, we can be bullish on an altcoin, then Bitcoin dumps and everything dumps with it. So you have to be prepared for both outcomes. Have some buy orders over here at the 32-cent range over here. It says 31. Let me give you 31.37, but I never have my buy orders exactly at the support level because that's not a smart thing to do, because a lot of people are going to have their buy orders exactly at that level. And smart traders will have the buy orders slightly above that support level, so that when the price comes back down, it fills their order, the price reverses without filling this exact price. And this will force the guys who had the buy order exactly at the support level to buy higher, thus pushing the price even higher. So that's just a little tip for you. So always buy slightly above the support and sell slightly below the resistance. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for CQT right now. Obviously, we can potentially dump from here as well, from this symmetrical triangle. And I would look at some support zones over here. So one support zone that we have right now is, let me give you a trend line over here and get that perfectly for you. So we do have a support zone over here. As you can see, I'm going to label this or mark this with a different color. That's going to be pink. There we go. That's a nice support trend line. 37 cents is something that you could look at. And below that, we do have, let me actually give you the buy zone in a rectangular shape. There we go. So that's going to be anywhere from 37 cents all the way down to 34 cents is our potential local bottom for CQT. Below that, we do have the second fib level at 32 cents. That's pretty much a fire sale at this point. On the 4-hourly chart, if you start getting overextended over here, as you can see, we're very much overbought here on the 4-hourly chart. The RSI is a great indicator to tell you when an asset is overbought, so make sure to pay attention to it. Overall, long term, let's take a look at our CQT targets. So ignore the current fib. Let me just slap on a different fib. Let's say that this was our bottom right now, and we're going to start moving up from here, and the bull market will continue. We're looking at $6.5 per CQT token right now as the 1.618 target once we start breaking through the previous high over here that we have August 9th at $2.13. Once you start breaking through that level, back testing it as support, you're looking at $6.57. And that is only if this is our local bottom. If the bottom changes, the fibs are going to be a bit different. But that's pretty much it. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. I just had a new account created over there. I was suspended on the previous one for no apparent reason. Now I'm back on Twitter posting quick technical analysis for the projects that we follow here on the channel. And also make sure to follow us on the Telegram chat, in the Discord server, and we do have a Patreon. Great communities across all the social media platforms. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.